Uh,
And we're live.
we're live. Oh, it's Monday again.
It is.
Oh,
Good morning, Daphne.
good morning, Nita. It's going to be a week this week.
Good morning, everyone. And it is March 7th, 2022. And thank you for joining us here on the. What are we? Yes.
We're on the Ragin'
Raging
2.
to the vlogs.
Right, yes. As we try to recover from our weekend and are failing miserably.
Oh my God. It's going to be weird. All right,
Yeah.
guys.
Okay.
Here's an intro.
There you go.
Your favorite podcast, it's Critical Plus.
I swear to God, I had the card up and then I took it down.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I said. This is welcome. It's Monday. If you haven't noticed already.
And there's people here.
Oh no!
We're dirt in the house.
Because we invited them in. That's the thing. We can't complain if we invite them in.
Good morning, chat.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everyone in the chat. Good morning, everybody watching us. Hello. Let's get this started. Hello. My name is Daphne Lage, and I am a cartoonist, illustrator, and comic book artist from New York. I have been self-publishing comics since 1992, and I am known for the funny animal fantasy adventure Tall Tales, which I have my lovely trade paperback right here, and my medieval fantasy soap opera Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, which we are literally a week away from issue 4 launching. Links in the chat and the show notes below. But in the meantime, you can read both my comics online at talltalesonline.com, TAILS, and eagleworks.com, EGOWORKS. And if you're joining us on Facebook and Twitter, please head on over to YouTube, where you can join all our sexy people in the chat and press that subscribe button and support all our channels as well while you're there. But you can also check out my YouTube channel and see all the videos on how I make my comics at Daphne Lage, Lage Art. Again, all links in the show notes. Nita, are you awake yet? Are you awake enough to introduce yourself to the people?
My name is Nita Lanning. I am a writer, vlogger, blogger from Southeast Louisiana. I am CEO and executive producer of the Ragin' 2 Broadcast Network and some other random stuff.
Right, yeah. Oh, and I saw your document picture. It's like, so you're official now.
I've got the documents and
and
a certificate.
But
my
lighting
washed out. My lighting does not allow.
There's
this
a picture. Yeah,
it's
there's
very
a picture.
Official light.
Yeah, it's very. There we go. So now we're absolutely official. So, yes. Oh, John's in the chat. Oh, Barney's in the chat. Hello. Mike is always in the chat. You know, Patrick is in the chat. Hello, Patrick. Yes. We do this show every day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. for an hour. So you can catch us there. I am planning on bringing back my live streams. I figure once my campaign starts, I'll start making Wednesdays at 4 o'clock regular again. Might as well, right?
Do it.
We're here already. So that's we'll have an updated schedule card with that once I get myself together. So in terms of housekeeping, we have actually today's a busy day. Today is going to be the launch of you want to run the cards, or long shots on Indiegogo. Lucky
So
on
get
Lucky
out the
Seven.
car, head over and back this shit.
Right, exactly. So again, links in the chat and the show notes. 7 publishers, 9 books. You are guaranteed to find something you will enjoy in this pack. It has everything. You like superheroes, it's there. You like all ages kid stuff, it's there. It's like you like fantasy, it's there. You like Hellboy type.
The campaign has it all.
Yeah, it's all there. So check out the long shots on Indiegogo. So I don't know if it's running at this moment but it definitely should be going live today if it's not live. Yeah, if it's not live already. So, although of course, if you're watching this on a later stream, check anyway, because it might actually be running by the time you watch.
And also, if you do just happen to be waiting in the car,
Indiegogo
has an app for that.
Oh, really?
You can still back it. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You can back on your phone. Yeah, you can back on the Indiegogo app and everything. They make it so easy for you. So
yes, even now including printable receipts.
No!
Check out. There you go.
So make sure your Bluetooth printers are hooked up.
Damn.
So another campaign that is also available in the chat. This one will be launching on March 21st. Which is a record for JD waiting this long for a campaign to launch. So the next series of the Oswald Chronicles will be launching on Kickstarter on March 21st. That's not next Monday, or the following Monday. So again, you can sign up. The pre-launch page is live right now, so make sure to sign up for that so you get notified when the campaign goes live. And let's give JD that good first day bump with everybody in the launch page.
Tons of love, and always
converting into pledgers. You know how we like that. So. And as always, I got to talk about my girl. So Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, issues 1-4 will be launching next Monday at 4 p.m. I will be doing a launch party for this at 4 p.m. So I'm going to be doing 2 live streams that Monday, because why the heck not, right? So like I said, I think that once I do that, once I break that, that ice, there's no reason why I shouldn't go back to my regular Wednesday live streaming schedule, art stream schedule. So Eagle Raven, Heir of the First Unicorn, issues 1-4 launches next Monday on the 14th at 4 p.m. So sign up for the pre-launch page and join me next week so we can all share in this unveiling of the next issue together. So links in the chat and in the show notes as always. So we're getting more and more professional as professional looking as this goes on. All the cards,
All the cards. Oh, there's another card.
Is which one you want to show?
We can talk about it later.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So I just want to congratulate Randy for his triumphant return to Sundays with the Sunday Funnies yesterday. It kind of, I think it was like a 2.5 hour show. Usually it goes for 2 hours, but he did a 2.5 hour show.
Kept everybody engaged the entire time.
Yeah, exactly. It's
awesome.
Like he had Glenn, he had Mike Jimmy, he had Russ. It's he had Sim. So it's like, yeah, it was a very fun show. So check that out on the replay, on the Ragin 2 on the Ragin 2 channel. But that so you don't miss anything there. So Nita, what have you been up to? What have you been up to except becoming official?
Becoming official and trying not to cry.
Oh no. Is it just a day or something specific?
Yeah,
Or is it just everything?
It's everything.
It's everything.
It's
right?
it's everything. It's been overwhelming. It's in a good way, and I don't know. It's a very bittersweet time in life for me right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like, yeah, because I see you got Meredith's little desk plaque in the back there. So yeah, exactly. So just to remind everybody that Meredith is always watching, so make sure you hit that button. Me, I'm buying socks. I'm trying to adult here.
Comfort socks.
No, just regular goddamn crew socks. I mean, I don't understand why these are so difficult to buy nowadays. you know, all I want, I mean, it's like I go to Amazon and I swear to God, it's like sometimes, Amazon's convenient until it's not. It's like there's
Yes.
never an in-between with
Right.
Amazon. It's like all I want is a pack of white and black Hanes socks. You would think it'd be the easiest thing to go shopping for, right? No.
Right.
Amazon has to make it so complicated because it's like, oh, are these really Hanes or are they Chinese knockoffs? And then never go into the review section because nobody on Amazon knows how to do a goddamn review about anything.
Or on the right product that they bought from the right place. Like, I'm reading reviews and stuff for a vacuum cleaner. I swear to God, they were talking about a fucking microwave. I'm like, what in the fuck? Because it was a really bad review, and I'm like,
Right.
oh, 1 star. It's like,
Right.
And it wasn't even about the vacuum cleaner.
Right. What is it, like the same brand? So they think that,
Yeah.
Iran, Iraq, it's, it's the same company. So,
It's all the same thing.
right. Yeah. It's like, so they're like, yeah. And it's like, the reviews are just like, what are they even talking about? It's like, I just want to know if these are the correct socks I should be buying. It's like, yeah, well, I can't wear those. I have New York calves, so I can't wear those.
What the fuck is a New York calf?
Well, JD told me that he read that New Yorkers have particularly larger calves than the rest of the country.
You walk everywhere.
Because we walk everywhere.
That makes sense.
So there we go. So New York is #1 in calf girth.
That's right, Stone. That's right. It's not the Jizz Be Gone campaign.
Oh my God. Yeah, no, that is just like, I do not understand. Is that a goof campaign?
It is a legit campaign. Tiffany is doing some monogrammed or towels.
Oh, okay.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, okay. So
It's
okay, because it's like, I'm like going, is somebody running a campaign for just goddamn towels? Really?
There's towels and tumblers and all kinds of fun stuff.
All right.
It's novelty stuff.
Okay, it's
Look, if the dude can make 100K selling his piss on Kickstarter, we can sell semen cleanup towels.
Well, that's true. Yeah, it's like, please, really.
Oh, shit.
Really, but
Really?
somehow comics need somebody to do editorial through Kickstarter, right? They're selling piss in a jar, but no, somebody at Kickstarter has to get uptight about the comics that come through there. It's like, okay, all right, bro. LOL.
Oh my God! Hey, Mike, you have a wrench? Throw that in the show Throw it in the comments for me, dude.
Oh, right.
Oh my God.
The towels.
Yes. Oh
The
my
towels.
God.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So yeah, so socks. It seems to be socks are the hardest thing to buy right now. So it's like I had to go to Target, and I had to sit there like Gandalf, going, I have no memory of this place. Do I have a password? Did I sign up for a Target account? It's like, and and then it's like, of course, the only way to find out is to hit, it's like reset password and then see if they have your information already. It's like, aha, I did have a Target account. So now I can properly buy socks.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, really. I mean, but you know what?
Find the socks you were looking for.
Right. I find exactly the socks I was looking for. And I see, and that's the thing. And that's the thing that we all have to remember about places like Amazon. Because it's like, they train you to think that they're the only place to shop at.
Right. They do.
They really do. They train you to forget that there are other places.
Well, they hook you with their prices, man.
Right. And then it's like, but then sometimes, like, the prices are just crazy and you forget what things cost. And then it's like, you're spending $30 for cat food and you're like going, wait a minute, I don't remember cat food being this expensive.
Right.
And then it's like, oh wait, because it's not. Let me go to Chewy instead. And then you find out it's like half the price. Right. So, but again, that's how it's better. I mean, I would have tried Walmart, but Target there is no Walmart near me. So I'm still debating whether I should go pick these socks up or not. But that would require leaving the house. So yes, New York proper. Like it doesn't have there's no Walmart here. I think you have to go all the way in the Bronx for the nearest Walmart. Yeah, because no other neighborhood would allow them in.
Well, I've had a love-hate thing with Walmart, Amazon, and Target myself all weekend. Right. Because it started off, I needed a printer because for some damn reason, nothing in this house wants to connect to that industrial brother out there. Like every time C has to print something, he's cussing it, he's kicking it, whatever. Every fucking time we have to touch the brother.
Really?
I needed something simple and small, like home office type shit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, his is fancy. It's the scanner. It's the 11x17. It does.
Does he have it?
I just wanted a basic fucking printer. A basic right. fucking printer. Mm-hmm. And it's like the cheapest one online. I found the same one for $40 cheaper at Walmart. And then the vacuum cleaner incident, I swear to God, I found the vacuum cleaner, the cheapest one I could find. Same fucking one was on Amazon for $30. So I was like back and forth all fucking weekend.
Right. Right, yeah. I mean, it's...
And I'm pissed I had to buy a vacuum cleaner because my vacuum cleaner is not that old. But I have kids that think it's okay to vacuum up bags of fucking cedar versus scooping it up and fill it.
Right, yeah.
Burned out my motor.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because even I mean, it's like I have like the big Boss, what is it? I forgot the brand.
Well, I've got it was the Bissell fucking Pet Max top of the fucking line, the $200 fucking, and even it was like, yeah, fuck this.
Right? Yeah, you have to broom stuff up first before you. Yeah, unfortunately, it's like that's the thing. Again, people not knowing how to review things. Because I was watching a review for one of those robot vacuum cleaners, which, by the way, I highly recommend. I just keep forgetting to turn mine on. And people were reviewing it, saying that giving it bad reviews because it wouldn't pick up everything. And it's like, idiot. The vacuum is not supposed to do the entire job for you. You're still supposed to clean your house. You're still supposed to clean your house and pick up stuff and whatnot. The robot's not going to do everything for you. You know, but here they are complaining, oh, missed a spot. It's like, what the heck? That's your job.
I started vacuuming up these marbles and the vacuum cleaner started making a growling sound.
Yeah, exactly, you know. Yeah. It's kind of like the people who put like full plates of food in the dishwasher and then wonder why everything is still dirty. It's like, really? So,
But look, okay, so like one of the tablets, I think it was the 24-hour Cascade one,
uh-huh.
was advertising that you could put like dried on cake. So legit,
No.
I had a plate that looked. I swear to God, Daphne, true story. I
Uh-huh.
had a plate that looked just like the one on the fucking commercial. It was covered. It was. It
Right. It was
really
under the
was.
bed for like 3 weeks and stuff.
Yes, it
Right?
was hard as a fucking rock, and it's like, all right, we're gonna put you to the test, bitch.
Uh-huh.
And I threw it in there, and I overloaded that whole fucking dishwasher. Yeah, the plate was clean.
Oh.
Yeah, it was spotless.
Oh, okay. So there you
Yeah,
go.
the water on the kitchen floor was the problem
Uh-oh.
because it backed up the drain
Oh, there we
when it
go.
sucked it out.
Yeah. There we go.
It
So
cleaned it
the
all
plate
right.
was clean,
The
but it
plate
all
was
ended up
clean.
it all ended up on your kitchen floor.
It
So yeah.
backwashed through the kitchen sink because
That's
the
gross.
clog forced the tubing out. Oh, this is so nasty.
Oh well, there you go.
So yeah, it wasn't false advertisement.
Right, yeah. So for everybody else who came here for anything else other than sock and and
We're getting to it.
socks shopping and towels at Walmart, I am officially 8 pages away from finishing penciling Eagle Raven issue 7.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. It's like I cranked through 3 pages last night just to be able to make that milestone. And I'm just very happy with how all of this is coming out. This issue has been going a little bit slower than the previous issue. Issue 6, I was able to get the entire book done in 3 weeks. This one, it's like, okay, it's taking me probably like 2 weeks longer. But the thing is, though, it's like just the fact that I'm almost done with it, penciling. I'm just very chuffed. That's all. Yeah, because I've been tweaking my schedule again. Except this time for 2023, though. So at least I think I can say at this point I'm happy with my schedule for 2022. So now I'm noodling with 2023 because if why wait, right? Oh my goodness. So yeah, and so that. Yeah, so that was just it was just kind of weird to realize that it's just March. I'm just hitting, we're just hitting the first week of March, and it's like I'm technically on schedule. So I'm just very happy with that. The trick though is to not slide back is to not get cocky with being ahead this way, and then like all of a sudden in December I'm racing to catch up. So that's the trick. Yeah, it's like, so because even your best laid plans are sometimes not the best plans to get laid. What? Yes.
Wow. That is t-shirt material.
So no matter how well you think you have your schedule tied down, always keep in mind there's going to be something that's going to derail it at some point.
Cool.
And you have to be prepared for that as well. So that has to be part of your schedule as well. Hey, Ted.
Good morning, Ted.
So that's definitely something. But I think I'm okay for 2022. I think I'm okay. That I could start noodling with 2023, but we're good here. Also it's like I have to also on the schedule because Glenn was on the show yesterday with Randy, and it just reminded me that I do have an article for his magazine that I have to start putting together because it's due at the end of the month. So there you go. So deadlines.
Glenn's gonna come hang out with us next Monday.
Oh, cool. So deadlines is good too. So I found myself just kind of like re-listening, I guess. Yeah, well, is re-listening to I guess like some Joseph Campbell and oh, I learned something yesterday. It's pronounced Carl Jung, not Carl Jung like the dirty American I'm pronouncing it as.
Oh.
Carl Jung, because he's Swedish.
Ew.
So I was like, yes, just listening to that, and oh well.
Oh, man.
You know, it's like you did it without thinking that maybe you shouldn't have, or whatever that stupid line is from Jurassic Park. Maybe you should have thought of not to, or whatever.
That's all right. We got some tech down here. If they come here, if it
Right.
happens here, we're frying them.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Not a source of fair food.
Right, exactly. It's like it tastes like alligator.
Which tastes like chicken.
Right, yeah, exactly.
But surprisingly tastes like possum, which tastes just like chicken. All right.
Yeah, so I was catching up with Joseph Campbell, who wrote the what's the name of that book? Now it escapes me. The Something of Myth, The Power of Myth. And also it's like and he I guess it's like he kind of like popularized the concept of the hero's journey. And it's really funny listening to that and realizing just like, even without me sitting down and reading the book, you know, the Joseph Campbell book, that just how much of that we already internalize, you know, the whole concept of the hero's journey and what a character has to go through in order to create that circle of transformation. And so I'm kind of like touching on that for the article that I'm writing for Glenn, because it's like, I think that especially nowadays, I think that the mistake that a lot of people, some writers, I don't know, the same 5 people on the internet who keep bitching about everything, they kind of confuse storytelling with propaganda, and it's like, I don't know, I'm still kind of convalescing my thoughts on this, where it's like they think that they need to hammer you on the head with stuff, when it's really the hero's journey that kind of unfolds the world for you, that kind
Right.
of like unfolds, you know, that the story that you should be telling, you know, as opposed to like beating you over the head with information. You're supposed to be absorbing this information through the story in a more natural process, I think, is kind of, yeah. So like I said, I'm trying to like bring all these ideas together into this article, which may or may not happen. Well, I mean, I'm talking about the theme, not necessarily the article. The article's happening because it's due at the end of the month. But pretty much yeah, because it's like the article the article that I'm kind of leaning towards is I have the title for it. It's called A Character of My Own, and it's how I took Eager Raven as a portfolio mascot and turned her into a full-fledged character with her own story to tell. You know, and it's like, so it's like the in-between part that I'm trying to figure out. Like, how do you go from one to another? Like, you know, how do you take, you know, this kind of like Mary Sue type character, you know, that's just supposed to be like a self-insert into something, and then convert them into a full-fledged character that now you can't say, okay, this has nothing to do with me in terms of that. Now it's like she's her own character that I'm now telling the story of, as opposed to this is me as a self-insert type of thing. So yeah, so that's the article that I'm trying to figure out for Glenn for his magazine Comics Unlimited. So yeah, so that's kind of what I'm working on right now. So we're just hitting the half-hour mark.
Yes, I'm gonna throw a bump. We'll bring a guest in.
Yeah. Oh, we have guests, and this time I did vacuum. I did vacuum today. So.
I didn't because my kids blew up my vacuum cleaner, but I've got a new one on the way.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna throw this bump. We'll bring in our guest, and then I will bring up his share screen on the other computer if it will cooperate.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the. Oh, we're testing out new equipment.
Y'all ready for this?
Okay.
It's Monty Moore. I'm a 30-year comics veteran in comics, games, and movies, and you've been watching one of my absolute favorite podcasts, Catch the Craze.
You are watching Catch the Craze.
What am I listening to?
And you're listening to Catch the Craze.
Where are all the indies at?
A Catch the Craze podcast.
What are you watching?
I'm watching Catch the Craze.
What are you going to do?
Subscribe now to Catch the Craze, the #1 show online for independent.
Have you subscribed to?
You are an independent. Catch the craze. Making moves on your own. Catch the craze. On your grind in the streets. Catch the craze. Join the movement. Catch the craze.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Also catch us on the HWWS Web TV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
All right, we made it.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Hold on.
Uh-oh. Do we have, let's see.
Say something.
Oh, you're echoing. You're echoing.
Wolf.
Yeah, this is the, well, let me, it's a, hold on.
It will not let me close out either.
Oh, lovely. Okay, hold on. Let me bring in the,
There's a power cord back here somewhere. We'll take care of this.
Oh, lovely. It's like normal people would have been testing this before.
But I did test it. I did. I swear to God, I tested it. It was perfectly smooth. I figured out how to bring up the second screen, yanked it out like it freaking, and it was perfect transition. And then all of a sudden,
Okay, I think all right. So I think I got the. Hold on. Okay, let me share that on my end. Okay.
And then it wouldn't shut out at all. I had to unplug it, Daphne.
Right. Okay. So I just want to make sure I have the right campaign.
Yes, ma'am. That's it.
That's it. Okay. All right. Okay.
Boom and hey.
Hello. Good morning. Well, at least for us, it's brunch time. So.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna have a train wreck just in time to pull you up, man.
Right? Yeah. Well, we're like I said, we got new equipment, and it everything. You know how everything works fine until you go live, and then that's when everything decides to
No,
break
for
down.
sure.
Right. So welcome to our house. We vacuumed. Tell the peoples who you are.
Yeah, my name is Arman. I'm a new comic creator. I just started this year, actually, in January, my first campaign. And now this is my second one on Kickstarter, and I'm trying to go for, one a month going forward.
Oh, you're bless you, sir.
We'll kind of see how it works, but yeah.
So now, did you start doing comics this year, or this is your first campaign for the year?
Yeah, first campaign for the year, but also, this is my first book ever that I released, in January. It's called Lost Magic here, but there's, I was working on these for maybe a year or two ago since 2020, I would say.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, I've
Right.
been working on it for a while, and now I have a bunch of stuff ready, and then I'm working on new stuff. So it's like
And now it's like you're getting into Kickstarter.
yeah, now I'm finally pushing it all out.
The self-flagellation that is Kickstarter to finance all this.
Yes.
So cool. So okay, you're a writer then. So you wrote these books, or do you draw, or
Writer, yeah, and then I letter them as well.
Oh,
so.
okay. So yeah, you're slowly getting into the whole process of it. So what made you decide to get into comics, since you're kind of like fresh out the box, sort of say?
Yeah, so a few years ago I really saw like this reemergence of the indie scene, and really, I saw what was happening. I stopped reading DC and Marvel like maybe 10 years ago or something.
Yeah.
And then what brought me back was Monstrous. And a few other, big indie titles, and I saw what was possible, and and then I got really like drawn into art, and then I kind of really wanted to start making comics. Again, that got put aside until the pandemic, and then I felt like I had a whole lot of creative energy, and then I kind of, thought that let me just do it. So I started making a bunch of these comics, and they finally turned out good. And then this year, I just kind of hit the launch button and started pushing them out there. So
it's kind of funny how it's like, yeah, because how the pandemic really allowed a lot of people to creatively blossom. It's just kind of funny. Like, I'm not dismissing the seriousness of it, but I mean, honestly, like, even for me creatively, being like under lockdown with the pandemic, it just like creative. It's like, oh, let's do comics.
Yes,
let's even more comics. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's just funny how that worked out for all of us. So you have a campaign that I'm like I said, I'm hoping I have the right one. I can't imagine there's too many people named Arman Nasim to look for on Kickstarter.
Correct.
So you're actually doing pretty well. I mean, it's like, yeah, well, you have 5 hours to go, but you did make your goal.
We just hit funding, I think, either last night or this morning. I woke up to
this is your first Kickstarter, so you have 36 backers. So it's like, let me see, can we run the video? You don't have any copyrighted music on this, right?
I don't believe so. No.
Okay, all right. So let's run this video.
In the distant future, an ancient prophecy foretelling the end of the world begins to unfold, marked by the explosion of a dying star. Humanity has split into 3 new species of people, each believing that they are the next evolution, destined to survive the coming apocalypse. What does the future of humanity look like? The purist community of Eden names a stoic warrior called Wynn as their chosen one, tasked with collecting the remaining pieces of the prophecy from their rival societies, the Animalists and the Robotics. Wynn travels through the wasteland on an extraordinary journey to save the world. Along the way, he'll encounter memorable characters, astonishing creatures, and unravel the mystery of genetic superiority.
Hi everyone, my name's Arman Nasim, and I'm the writer of Genetic Superiority.
Hi, I'm Jared Shinigo, writer and letterer of Genetic Superiority.
Hi, my name is Ryan Sini. I am the artist in Genetic Superiority.
Hi everyone, my name is Giorgio Nosasco and I am the colorist of Genetic Superiority.
Hi guys, this is Tiziana Menale. My role in Genetic Superiority is making flat for all the pages.
I hope you enjoy this comic.
There we go. So okay, hold on, let me get. There we go. Okay. So I'm actually congrats on actually crediting your flatter.
Hey, somebody else has an incredible flatter.
Oh, right. Yes. It's like, no, because so when you were putting this team together when you were putting this team together to do this book, like, what was, like, did you like do it in pieces and then realized you needed it in an extra person? Because like I said, the flatter kind of like, or did you have an idea? It's like, okay, we need all these people, and then brought them together? Oh, you're muted. Hold on. Oh, everybody's muted. He's muted.
You're muted. Can you hear?
Oh no!
Oh no, you're muted.
Oh, I'm muted.
Oh, there
There
we go.
you
Yeah.
go.
Okay.
So definitely it was like in the timeline. I actually started with the line artist Brian. So I found him. We finished all the pages in line art first, and then it was about finding a colorist to kind of bring it to life and finding the right one. Then I found Giorgio, who actually he's a colorist, but also we got a flatter. They're a team. They were kind of like a team that came together. They were both graduates from this great Italian design school, and then it was at the perfect timing. And then we kind of became with it as a package deal, and yes, we got we got them afterwards, and then it kind of just kept building, and then so it's one of those things where it's been great because they've also colored a bunch of other stuff as well. So.
Right, and it's like I'm just scrolling through here, and yeah, I mean, it's like so it's a post-apocalyptic story with furries, not furries, but just it has it's like you said that there was the robots, I guess there's the lizard people.
Animalists, so they are a faction. There's 3 different factions, and as a faction as a whole, they all believe in something different with scientific breakthroughs and technology. So what the animals are heading towards are they're trying to become more like animals and experiment with their DNA. And what that looks like is that each person kind of metamorphosizes into some other or newer animal based on what they were experimenting with. So this one in particular. One of these main characters is a chameleon so she's able to actually go back and forth between human chameleon and also blend in with her environment and go invisible at times. So yeah,
and then it's up to the the humans to hear the hear you guys.
Yes, that's us.
Right. So okay, so this is the cover, the
main cover.
The main cover. Oh, and you also have so the black and white is your variant? Or
no, the main variant is all the way at the top, and it was a painting by Stephanie Chen.
Right,
that's it right there.
That's a really really, and this one is limited to 101. So why 101?
I kind of just wanted to only make 100 of these, because printing them, the cost was way too high. I learned that the hard way from my last campaign, and so I was like, all right, we're gonna only make a few variants,
right.
And then that makes it more rare. We'll get them numbered, and especially when we bring the content stuff, it'll still only be 100. We're not gonna reprint this. So.
Oh, okay. So. It's but print costs are something that we've definitely been learning the hard way this past year. So for people who are seeing this campaign for the first time, what is your recommendation for a level for them? Like if you they don't know anything about it, they're seeing it for the first time.
Yeah, jump into the the basic $10 tier right there. It gets you the book, the main story, 24 pages, and it's one of those things. Even the digital copy is $5. I think jumping into the world, you'll feel a lot better about it, and it's a great story. There's a lot of politics involved. It's very grounded. It's a sci-fi story that's very grounded, because in a sense, it's kind of like a post-apocalyptic world, but it's actually pre-apocalyptic because there's like a ticking time bomb that sets everything into motion. That this apocalypse is coming, and now they all are trying to scramble to try to survive it, and they all think their way is the best way to survive it, and then they're all kind of like enemies, and they have like resentments and stuff like that. So
cool. So so now you said that this was your first Kickstarter, but you had mentioned a previous campaign because you said
so Lost Magic. This was on Kickstarter in January, and then this is my second one on Kickstarter. I just saw the question about why not Indiegogo. I'm trying to find this button that lets you import it from Kickstarter or something.
Usually I just cut and paste.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I just haven't looked into it yet. But I am looking at, especially for this one of my future ones, to try to bring it over to Indiegogo or something like that.
So you also have a third book, don't you? Not Unlovable, that I'm looking on your website here. So these seems to be very different books thematically.
Yes.
If you go to his website at armannasim.com, you can check out his 3 books there. So yeah, because you have Genetic Superiority, Lost Magic, as you had shown already, and another book called Not Unlovable.
That's actually a webtoon. So you can go notunlovable.com, it'll take you right to the webtoon. You can go to my website.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Oh, so is it because you're experimenting with different formats, or you meant that story to be for webtoons?
All everything. The hope there is that after like a year of putting all these pages up on webtoons, we can collect them into a trade paperback or like a hardcover collection of the episodes. But I definitely wanted, I do have a few more titles coming, and then they're all different, thematically, because I did want to branch out and try writing different things. Right. There is a little magic in every one of my stories, just because that's kind of what I'm attracted to and drawn to. And I like to write about, but I definitely want to experiment in different genres and different characters, and definitely reach new audiences every single time. If they didn't like one of these, maybe they'll like something else.
Now, is there so you have like a magic theme throughout your 3 books? So is there like other themes that you like playing with throughout the books, or do you have like a preference as to like which? It's like I guess it's like I'm asking, which one of your kids do you like best? Which one of your kids do you prefer?
They're all so different. Is the thing. Some of these things I kind of hasn't been the Kickstarter for it because I've been kind of sitting on it for a little while, especially this one, Genetic Superiority and Lost Magic. It's like I really fall in love with them as I'm doing it because I'm like, oh, this was a great idea, and I can't wait to kind of get it out there now.
Right.
So I definitely, whatever I'm currently working on is probably always my favorite because I'm like so immersed in that world. And then it kind of just I keep going into all these different crazy possibilities where the story can go, and that's kind of why it's always what I'm currently writing, and that's my current favorite. And then I kind of put it aside a little bit to work on something else because these things take time, and then I kind of have to revisit them basically. Right. So
that's cool. Yeah, it's that's always I like it when that happens, when it's I'm working it's like kind of like the current project is what I currently fall in love with.
Yes.
Yeah. So you said that this is okay. So this is your first Kickstarter. Did you? I'm sorry if I sound like the second. Yes. Okay.
I delivered my first one, within 3 weeks or 2 to 3 weeks. So
now, now the thing is though, so what's the whole Kickstarter a month thing? Now, is that something that you're really trying to do, or it was just conceptually you think that you might
conceptually,
be able to do it,
I think it's a good goal to have. I learned kind of I'm not rushing things because when it's ready is when I'll launch the next one. It's kind of my newfound mentality. Right. But I think I think it's a good thing to kind of aspire to and kind of keep pace with one a month. There's a few other creators that are out there that have kind of inspired me to kind of do this, simply because people. People can see your book every month and see your name every month. That's kind of the best marketing to kind of be present on Kickstarter or the web store. So
I mean, because last year I almost made it to 12. The one a month, and from talking to a lot of other people who have done this, all I can say is that most of the time, they only do it once. They only do the once a month campaign once, and then they decide that they need to spread it out a little bit more. Yeah. So just to give you a heads up.
No worries.
Right,
No,
yeah.
and I think, I am attacking this head first, kind of building that fan base and audience.
Right.
I'm trying to get it
Right,
out
yeah.
there. So, but I do think, I have thought about it even like this. Maybe I should scale it back, but I think next year I'll definitely scale it back.
Right. Well, you
Get a
don't
lot
know
out.
until you try it. That's the thing. That's why we always do it at least once.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
have the 1 year, we really, really push it, and then we go, okay, the schedule's changing
Yeah.
for next year.
I'm also trying to go to like a bunch of cons this year,
Mhm.
and I want to take like a lot of product there, but I don't have any because the Kickstarters aren't launched.
Well,
then,
right, yeah.
When I have a lot of stuff that I can kind of definitely calm down.
So it kind of serves a double purpose too. Yeah. So doing these campaigns. So what is your big takeaway so far?
Big takeaway. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, it's like, so with each campaign that you do, you're inevitably going to learn something new about the entire process, what you're doing and whatnot. So you've done, so it's like you're doing this one, so you're just finishing up on this campaign. So like we said, there's 5 hours. Let's go back to the top here. Yeah, so you have 5 hours to go on this campaign. You have 38 backers. You met your goal. So how many days was this campaign that you?
14 days.
Oh, okay. So you went straight to a short campaign. So yes. What made you decide to do that as opposed to doing like a 30-day campaign?
So my first one for Lost Magic, I did 21 days, and I thought it was too long. And then, and then you get that slump in the middle, and I'm just like, well, I can just cut that slump out in time. Right. And there was still a slump here for this one, but at least we can. We it's at least about to be over now, so it's like one of those things where I think it did its job, hit its goal. Mm-hmm. And then from there, I'm definitely the biggest thing I learned was I don't have to do everything by myself. That's kind of the biggest piece of advice I also got is there's a whole community I was able to jump into in Kickstarter, and people who support each other, and creators, and and you guys, and different live stream shows. And it's all about just connecting with the community, and knowing that you can ask advice and questions, and you're not doing it by yourself. You don't have to do it by yourself. And the first one, it was definitely like that when I was launching. I didn't know anybody. And I didn't have any backers or for fans. And then now I'm slowly but surely starting to gain some more as the months go on. So.
Right. And do you are you putting together like a mailing list for people to sign up for, since you're going to be putting out so many campaigns?
I think I'm definitely, I haven't set anything up yet, but I think everybody who's backed my campaigns, they already get the emails after I launch a new one. Mm-hmm. And I'm definitely always at this all the backer list basically is my email list as they grows.
Yeah. So, it's like, it's, you always have to watch out, for the type of people but that's anywhere though, that there's always going to be, the people you really should be watching out for.
A tad extra over here.
Well, it's the creative field. That's why I think it's like,
I'm creatively an asshole.
So if you had to do this campaign again, going back to like what did we learn type of thing.
Okay. What
would you do differently?
I would probably have gotten some bigger cover artists. I was this was something that was kind of already done, that I was kind of looking at the slab in the middle of some campaigns that I was having. I was focused on the next one maybe, and I didn't want to spend the time on getting a big huge cover artist. Probably could have attracted a lot more people to this campaign. I think that was like the biggest thing for me that I was looking back on as to how we can kind of up the the numbers here. But definitely always learning process, and I'm thinking about of course, after we see how this ends, what can we do better for the next one.
Right. Now the thing is that you had said that on your previous campaign you had done too many covers.
Yes.
So what's the difference between that one and this one? That now you felt you did too little covers.
Oh no, not too little, but just like a bigger name cover artist basically.
Oh, okay.
Help drive the traffic and just really drawing people.
But you would have kept the amount of
just one main cover, one variant cover, That's all I'm going to do for my campaign. Just
Right.
one main and one variant, and then
Uh-huh.
maybe like a special something. I don't know. Maybe if that's
Right.
metal or something. I'm exploring that right now.
Uh-huh.
But definitely, I only want that to be very limited and exclusive. I want
Right,
the main.
yeah.
Everybody's 95% of people is going to get the main cover anyway. If they want the variant, that's an option.
Mhm.
And then just getting like a big name for the main cover is probably what I would have done.
So you have genetic superiority #1. And how many pages is this?
24 pages.
24 pages. And how many issues is the series going to be?
It's a planned five issues.
Oh, okay. So it's a limited series then.
Yes,
Okay.
limited series. We actually we started at the end. I had a story was I want to start at the end and then work our way backwards to try to get to there. So that's kind of how the plotting and the outlining went, and it's worked really well because it does have a great ending, and then it does have an ending which I think people like. So.
And then are you gonna collect it in a trade afterwards?
Yes.
Or? Yeah. Okay.
That is a plan. But these things are being taken one at a time. So if it fails, if any of these number 2 fails, then probably won't continue. It's one of the things that.
No. So we cannot. We can't let that happen. It's like there has to be. Let this go to issue 5 so that we can get a trade paperback.
That's So I don't like throwing out like how many issues we're doing in the future, but it's definitely something I'm hoping to reach. 5 and then a trade paperback.
So do you have, because you have this plan to launch so many campaigns this year, do you have it all worked out in advance, or you just kind of have an idea as to how you're going, like when you're going to start?
I kind of have an idea. I'm thinking months down the line now, because I was kind of caught by surprise on my first campaign, but fulfilling and delivery and printing like that timeline, and so now I'm definitely always thinking way down the line, and especially creating the campaign pages takes some time. So does creating the trailer take some time.
Yeah.
So all these things, trying to make sure that things are done months in advance. Lost Magic #2 is already done. That's already done. And now, trying to work on #3 already. And of course, #2, genetic superiority as well. So it's all these things that, are being just planned out much more in advance.
And genetic superiority issue 1, is it the book complete?
Issue 1, it's absolutely complete.
There you go.
You're ahead of your game.
You really are ahead of your game. Yeah, it's like I've always been pushing the idea that your books should be done before you launch a campaign, because it's like running a campaign is stressful enough at it as is. You don't need to be trying to finish a book in the middle of it. So I always appreciate people who have their books finished before they start their campaign. So thank you very much for
being prepared.
Yes. So there we go. So everyone has 5 hours left to go to support this campaign. So tell everybody where they can find you.
Absolutely. ArmanNasim.com. You can find me on Instagram at Real Arman Nasim. It's just my name. And on Kickstarter, obviously, is probably the best place, to go to Kickstarter and look up Genetic Superiority or my name on there.
Yeah, as you can see on the screen right there. So thank you so much for sharing your project with you, and we hope we can make a little difference for you in the next 5 hours.
Yes, absolutely.
But yes, by one backer.
Huh? Oh no. Just one backer. So thank you again for coming onto the show. Apologize a bit for the little technical difficulty, but we're still working the kinks out here.
No worries.
Every time we plug in a new wire, something happens. So so Nita, you're gonna have his links in the show notes.
Yeah, they'll be put in the show notes before I publish to YouTube.
Okay, so there you go. So if you missed that, everything will be in the show notes for everybody to catch up on. So
I'm gonna throw them in the comments.
Okay, great. So we'll catch you on the next campaign in what 2 weeks?
Yeah, something like that. End of the month, I think. March.
Yeah, hit us up if you want another pop-in spot, dude.
Right. Yeah. So we'll see you on the next on your next campaign. So
Awesome.
Thank you again for coming on. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Hey.
Have a good day.
Bye. You too.
Okay, I want to address Marv real quick.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he said he thought about it on his last campaign, talking about cover artists, but people kept saying that if the cover and the interior art is not the same, backers lose interest. Am I wrong? Okay, here's the deal. Meredith and I used to bitch about that all the fucking time. The problem I would have is someone would show a cover artist on their campaign and not show any interior art. So you have, and so you think that you're going to get the quality that is on the cover, and then it arrives, and the only thing worth $1 was the cover art.
Oh, there was.
However,
there was a
if you're running the campaign and you are sharing out your artwork, your interiors are shown, and you want to pay for cover artists, that can be well worth your investment, because a lot of people will back for certain artist covers. But just be clear as to what's on the inside, because there's nothing worse. Like if I like you and it's crap in the middle, and I want to support you and whatever, okay, that let that be my choice. But show me what I'm getting. Be transparent.
Yeah, there was a campaign that I was following for a while, where it's like, for the longest time I had no idea what product, what they were selling. Like, cause he would always show off like all the variant covers that he had,
but not the interiors.
But he wouldn't even explain it either.
Oh God!
So it's like I had no idea what I was spending.
It's pretty.
Right, like okay, I get it. The variant covers are your big selling point, but what am I actually buying? Is this an art book? Is it a comic book? Is it like what is it? You know? So I never supported his campaign, because I never knew what he was selling. And this guy was doing a lot of campaigns. I think he was doing a campaign a month. It seemed. You know, so yeah, so you would think it would be like it would be a no-brainer to just actually describe your product in a Kickstarter, and you'd be surprised at how many people don't do that.
No, it's insane. You get on there and be like, what the hell is this? Yeah. There was one campaign that was so confusing just from the video and the crawl. Had it not been for the tiers being the part where they actually broke it down,
right?
We had no idea what we were looking at. It's like, is this a documentary?
Right.
Is it a comic book? Is this a biography? Is this what is this?
Yeah.
Like it was that confusing.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the tier section, like the campaign crawl, if that's all you looked at, you'd be like, okay, I don't know what the fuck this is. I'm gone.
Right.
But it broke it down into the so many page graphic novel and.
Right. Yeah, I mean, so yeah, so be clear. So be clear in your Kickstarters. So we're at the top of the hour. You know, we had a great campaign to show off. So I guess the last of the housekeeping, if you guys want to see more nonsense from us today, we will be on Aria Black's show at 3 p.m. At which I'm mostly saying out loud to remind us, remind ourselves.
I'm blocking it out. It's kind of traumatic.
You know, so we will be back online at 3 p.m. with Aria Black on his show later today. But
find our boys.
Support the long shots on Indiegogo. It's either live now.
It is not live yet, but it's going to be.
But it's definitely going to go live today. So make sure you support that. Yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern. 3 p.m. Eastern.
Sign up.
Right. Yes, you have the Oswald Chronicles. You have Eagle Raven. That's right. Yes, and this one too. So if you want to ask us a question or have a comment for us to address on the show, do you have an idea for something you want us to talk about? Email us at raginavc@gmail.com. And I thought you'd appreciate the bottom one. There's no such thing as a dumb questions, but our answers might be.
And these segments you guys have been seeing where we're grabbing people and bringing them in, we're actually trying to turn that into something.
Right.
It is not official yet, but I totally want to show your clip, Daphne, because
okay.
Before we go,
right.
real quick, okay?
Okay.
All right. So we're going to do a segment, and it's going to be 15 minutes of fame. And Daphne came up with this great little intro for us, so check it out.
Right.
Andy, do you feel that the public has insulted your art?
No.
Why not?
Well, I hadn't thought about it.
It doesn't bother you at all, then?
No.
Well, do you think that they've shown a lack of appreciation for what pop art means?
No.
Andy, do you think that pop art has sort of reached the point where it's becoming repetitious now?
Yes.
Do you think it should break away from being pop art?
No.
Are you just going to carry on?
Yes.
In the future, everybody will be world famous for 15 minutes.
I fucking love it.
So that's something that we're working on, a special segment for the show where you literally have 15 minutes to talk about your project, your campaign, whatever it is you're working on. So
right.
So we'll announce that officially once we figure out how we're going to
so it would
do
be
that.
3 p.m. Eastern.
Right.
We will be streaming with
Aria Black. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's gonna be so weird.
Well, we'll be fine.
Other people's shows creep me out. Like,
I don't know.
I'm okay in my own territory.
Right. Well, we'll be fine. So, okay. So on that note, if you want to check out more of my work, you can head over to my main portfolio site at egoworks.com, EGOWORKS, where you can find links to all of my galleries and social media sites, but I mostly post to Facebook. If you're interested in seeing sketches and work in progress, and if you want more, I guess, detailed work in progress uploads and whatnot, you can head over to my Patreon page, which I have resurrected from the dead. So also you can check out my YouTube channel for various videos about how I make comics, and I have more in-depth videos about scheduling and all that stuff, and product reviews, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to all of our channels while you're on YouTube, because Meredith is watching and judging you if you do not press that button, because it doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps all of our channels grow. So Nita, so where can the peoples find you?
All over social media as C_chaos247 or Nita Lanning, just depending on where you look. But you can always find me here at the Ragin 2 Broadcast Network.
And speaking of the Ragin 2 Broadcast Network, you can check out all of our wonderful shows that we have here, being redundant.
And there are more to come.
There's more to come. Yeah. So this is the schedule for this month. So this is the March schedule. Also, get your TV guides out. So you can check out all these shows here on the Ragin Network. Practically almost every day there's something going on, so you don't miss. So that's why you want to subscribe, you want to hit the button, you want to hit that bell so you get notified every time one of these wonderful shows goes live. So that's pretty much it. So on that note, I want to thank everybody in the chat, thank everybody watching us, and remember, no matter what happens, the work doesn't do itself. So you got to do the work, because when you actually do the work, you never have to fake your accomplishments.
Word up. And on that note,
ciao.
Later.
Saying, live your motherfucking life. You got to get your motherfucking hustle. Understand niggas is going to hate you regardless. Get that out of your head, that fantasy world where niggas ain't hating on you. You got to be grateful. You need haters. What the fuck is you complaining about? What the fuck do you think a hater's job is? To fucking hate. So let them motherfuckers do their goddamn job. What the fuck is